My clock is right. We've got 2 minutes and we'll get going. Hey, Dana. Okay, it's 3 o'clock. I'm Al Silverstein, chairman of the Maryland Alcohol, Tobacco, and Cannabis Commission. We're going to open the meeting with a roll call. We have Commissioner Poole, Commissioner Rosarian, and myself, so we have a quorum. I ask for a motion for approval of the September 18th, 2024 minutes. Could I have a motion, please?
Motion to approve the minutes?
A motion, need a second?
I'll second it.
I have a motion, a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The ayes have it. Executive Director's Report, Mr. Hernan.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jeff Herndon. I'm the Director of Field Enforcement Division with the ATCC. On behalf of Jeff Kelly, I want to pass on the Executive Director's Report. We're pleased to announce that we finally have the retailer adherence to Maryland tax requirements. The report has been published. You'll be able to find it online on our webpage. It's a detailed report covering the initiative that the agency took on during the 2025 calendar year, basically in response to some complaints that we had received from retailers and shops around the state about other shops not charging or assessing the appropriate sales tax to the ESDs, the vape products. And when we started to look into it and we checked into the 1 or 2 stores that we'd received the complaints, we found it to be true that they weren't, in fact, charging the appropriate sales tax. In July 1st, the sales tax on the electronic smoking devices went up from 12% to 20%. And so if you were a store that was in adherence to that, then you were obviously charging higher prices than your competition. So we wanted to find out how widespread it was. We had some of our analysts here at the agency follow a Cochrane's formula plan and develop a schedule of inspections random throughout the state of Maryland based on the almost 6,500 licensed retail shops that we had to do a sampling from basically Garrett County all the way down to Worcester and Wycomico County to St. Mary's. So we went and inspected over 365 stores and did random checks of the sales tax that was being assessed. And what we found was, in the end, 64% of all the stores in the state were charging the inappropriate sales tax on the ESDs. Some were actually overcharging because there was a breakdown at the comptroller's office that if ESDs or the liquid was less than 0.5 milliliters, then the sales tax assessed on that was 60%.
Cool.
But the bulk of the sales were supposed to be collected at 20%. Well, some had never even changed their sales tax from the 6% to go up to the 12 to eventually go up to the 20. So we were excited about the results of this and what it proved, and it makes for a a good read. Like I said, it's available there on our website. Currently, we're going to be working on our annual alcohol, tobacco tax reports, the enforcement of the sales to underage persons, annual reports, internal annual report is going to be in progress. Andrew Waters will be able to elaborate a little bit more on that when we get to him. We're also excited that our communications division inside the agency is finalizing our ATCC brand guide, so that everything that you see coming out from us, from the agency, will be consistent as far as letterhead, signatures, logos, insignias. Being a brand new state agency, back in 21, you don't often get the opportunity to brand or label yourself, which is unique and exciting. But then it also gives you pause to realize that when you start the agency, we don't have a brand. We don't know what our logo looks like. So we're finalizing the last touches on that on our brand guide. So we'll be looking forward to that. So touching base real quick on our field enforcement. October was busy for us. We conducted 149 retail alcohol inspections, 252 tobacco inspections, and 229 inspections for the THC products that were being sold without a license. So for that, we've had reportable incidents, 30 reportable incidents, and we made some seizures with 900 packs of cigarettes, over 15,000 packages of other tobacco products, 24 gallons of alcohol. Then we had also 12,000 plus packages of illicit THC products, which would include pre-rolls and gummies. And then we had 39,400 grams of THC flower, which would be the loose bud, and which is in excess of 85 pounds. So the retail value of the seized THC products totals almost $600,000. And that was just for the month of October. Then we had a tax loss of the OTP and the cigarettes totaling almost $30,000 for the month. So with that, we're still moving right ahead and moving on into November. Andrew, are you on board?
Yes, sir.
If you got us, I'm going to turn it over to you so you can cover with our regulatory, licensing, and administrative services.
Sure, you got it. Just to give a quick recap, since our last meeting, we've issued roughly 300 new permits and licenses. We just wrapped up our October 31st big renewal. This covers, again, roughly around 5,500 permits. This includes solicitors, public transportation, out-of-state suppliers. Right now, we've renewed over 3,800 permits. Which is normal. And now we're sitting at around 70-ish% of renewed permits. We have a ton of one-off users. So they come in, they make one delivery, they get one public transportation permit, and that's it. And they have no incentive to renew because they're not going to be doing business here in Maryland unless another job comes up. So that number is quite in line with previous years. And also just to quickly touch on our trade practices unit, we've conducted over 200 compliance inspections since April. These are inspections of our in-state manufacturers, wholesalers, our licensees, which has been very promising, and we look to really ramp that up over fiscal year 26. I'll kick it back to Jeff.
Okay. Thank you, Andrew. Al, that's about all we have to report for us on this side. Like I said, we've been busy. A lot of moving parts. Looking forward to the holiday season and cannot believe it's Thanksgiving already next week.
That's true. All right. Does anybody have any new business to bring before the commission? All right. If not, I'd ask for a motion for adjournment. Mr. Poole, need a second?
Second.
So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The ayes have it. Thank you very much, Jeff, Andrew. Thanks for your reports. Look forward to seeing you all next month, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a safe Thanksgiving season. Take care. Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thanks, Al. Thanks all.